the scripture. Revelation. Alright. Revelation. Second chapter. Actually, the third chapter. It says what? 3 and start with 18. Revelation 3 and 18. I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire. You know what I'm saying? And that's what brothers, you know what I'm saying, have done. All these things, you know what I'm saying? We have bought into
I see more.
You know, there's truth. What the men was telling us, you know what I'm saying? But that's gold. The Lord said, buy a gold, try it to fire. Which that goes into what? Romans the 12th chapter, you know what I'm saying? Where the Lord said, make your bodies a living sacrifice. To that word service, take you to the word tender. Tender goes into money. Actually pay, alright? Now, you pay what? You pay attention. Obviously, that's how you make your body a living sacrifice. Alright? So, I mean, on these counselors, man, regardless of how it may seem, you know, in season, out of season. You know what I'm saying? If they look politically correct or not. You know that. And the men being the gold, which goes into what? Lamentations, the 4th chapter. You know? Men of Israel to find gold. You know what I'm saying? Brother would carry that scripture. You know, let me take some before. Yeah, this is Revelation 3 and 18. I counsel thee, right? Counsel going into what? Instruction. Because this is counsel. The Lord is instructing you to buy a gold, you know, pay attention to the gold that they tried to fire. You know, what's that fire? That's Isaiah the 48th chapter. You got it.
You want the Isaiah first or you want the Lamentation?
Go ahead and get the Lamentation.
It's Lamentation chapter 4 and verse 2. It says the precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold.
That's who the gold is. See? So you want to buy into those men. Those awakened members of the Lord Israelites. That's what Zion go into. You know what I'm saying? Alright? You go ahead and jump to Isaiah 48:10. It says Revelation 33 and 18 at the time, I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire. You see, so the Lord is instructing us to buy into these men that's been what? The Israelite man that's been awakened and actually tried through the fire. Because you just can't buy into somebody that know they're Israelite. You know what I'm saying? You know? Because you got to grow when you awaken. That's why the scripture say, what it say, you hear these things, awake out of thy sleep. You know? Let me see if I can grab that. Yeah. So you don't just buy into a regular Israelite man. You buy into, you know, an Israelite man. What you say, brother? Yeah, I believe that's it.
This is Sirach chapter 13, verse 13. Observe and take good heed. For thou walkest in peril, for thou walkest in the peril of thy overthrow. When thou hearest these things, awake thy sleep.
So it gotta be right. So that's informing you. Because it's more than just knowing you're an Israelite. You learn you in battle. You know what I'm saying? You learn, what's going on out here. So that's when you truly wake up, find waking. So you don't just bind it any Israelite man. You know what I'm saying? You got to be equipped with the knowledge. You got it, Mark. So I'll read this one more time. This is Revelation 3 and 18. I counsel thee to buy of me gold, tried in the fire. All right? So you in on these counsel. Those of you that may come in this video and see, us men, the Lord is counseling you, so-called Black, Latino, Native American, Indian. The Lord is counseling you, instructing you to buy into what we're saying. Because what we're finna go into is the gospel, man. You see what I'm saying? And if you listen, introduce you to your situation and listen. All of us, man, take heed. Like, they can say if our gospel be hid, it's hid to them that lost. That are lost. Right? So the gospel is good news. Now, he wants us to buy into these men, these particular men, but they've been trying to fight.
This is Isaiah chapter 48 and verse 10. It says, behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction.
Hold that, jump to Sirach 2 and bring it up.
Sirach 2 verse 5. The gold is tried in the fire.
The gold, Israelite man, the awakened Israelite man, the one that's remembered of the Lord, the elect, hopefully elect. Go ahead.
And acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Acceptable who?
Acceptable men.
Proven it, see? Double down on this. So the gold you're buying into is these men that's acceptable. They have words that's acceptable according to the Heavenly Father, man. You see what I'm saying? Because it say the thoughts of the righteous are right. The scriptures tell us that. Alright? So yeah. So let's go to continue on this. You can finish what you got.
All right, Isaiah 48 and 10. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction.
See? The ones that remember. See? Because like basically when you choose something, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a consideration, considering process. A lot of times if you don't, do something for your kids or something that needs to be done, it's probably because you didn't consider. They can't remember. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I forgot. Oh, why would you get this? I ain't like this. Oh, damn, I didn't even consider. Oh, damn, I forgot. You know what I'm saying? I didn't remember. So it's kind of simultaneously the same thing. You see what I'm saying? The Lord chooses you. So these are really, the Lord is talking about Zion right there. Those that are remembered of the Lord. Come on.
Time. Isaiah 48 and 11.
Yep.
It says, for mine own sake, even for my own sake will I do it. For how should my name be polluted? And I will not give my glory unto another.
Yep. That's it, man. All right, so yeah. So jumping here, go ahead and keep this off. It's Revelation 3 and 18. So I counsel you to buy of me gold tried in the fire. Right? The fire being, you know what I'm saying? Men that's put through the word and reality, living the word out. You know what I'm saying? Taking on the burdens, bearing the cross, you know what I'm saying? Being tried by these people, being tried by these demons, having your faith tested, having your system exercised, all these different things. That's the fire, right? And then, it says that thou mayest be rich. See? Because what are these men? Buy into them. If I go buy a gold necklace from you see what I'm saying? I have that necklace now. You see? And it's a very expensive, valuable necklace. You see that? You buy 3 months more emotional vest. Like the dude Man Kevo. Talks about that, like how his jewelry is accents. These are particular jewelry pieces that don't necessarily depreciate with their value. You see what I'm saying? These are one of those, men are one of those things. You don't depreciate, like facts. For example, our value only going up now that all hell breaking loose. You see, it's not depreciating. The Hebrew Israelite man is becoming less nuts to people. words that they were saying is becoming less nuts. Like dude said, what, a week ago, Edomite, I thought you guys were nuts at first.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, basically realized he should have been invested. You see, he should have bought the gold. But he couldn't buy it if he wanted to because he's an Edomite. So the Lord wants you so-called black Latinos and Native American Indians to buy into us. Because we're an asset that's going to appreciate over time. You see what I'm saying? See, over time. See that? You know? So what? That thou mayest be rich. See that? We're going to tell you that you're rich. That's the good news, man. Matter of fact, let me get this word rich real quick. Or the brother want to get it. To be rich, to have abundance of outward possessions, to be rich, richly supplied. It says what? Is influent in resources so that he can give blessings of salvation to all. You see? That's pretty much what you will acquire by buying into these words, man. You know, you'll acquire salvation. You know what I'm saying? You'll acquire the things that's going to come from your salvation, that's going to come to you, so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians that bought into this. And what's those things? Well, in a nutshell, the world. That's the good news. You see? So the men got this information to get you in on it. You know? Basically, like, you go to a bank and set up an account. The accountant, the person at work, they got to set you up. You see what I'm saying? They give you they appoint you where you need to go to get the best out of, you know what I'm saying, the situation you're trying to create. That you need to create, really. That's what they're supposed to be doing. You know? That's somebody you trust. You know?
Right.
The brother was talking about that about Salakia. You're not going to trust somebody because people, they look at us and be like, well, what gives you authority to tell me? You know what I'm saying? You know, where's your credentials at? You're not going to talk to somebody without credentials. You know? Where our credentials is, all the situations that's befalling this earth, I responded to like this. You see? I went about like that versus how you did it. You see? And the way I went about it allowed me to come out clean, so I got the weight. So that's my authority. That's like our paperwork right there. You're supposed to know why you're able to stand out here week in, week out. It should be something you did throughout your week to know you're worthy to stand out here and tell these people they wrong on their shit. You don't just come out here being no goddamn hypocrite. You some motherfucker sitting around eating pork hot dogs secretly, farting and shit. You know what I'm saying? Drinking Kool-Aid during the week. And then you come out, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna get exposed. You're gonna have falls during the week. But what another thing that allows you to be out here is what? You have an integrity. Right. Even though you fall, what? You get back up. That's what allows you to be out here motivated. See, that brother, he be falling, but he get back up. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? You can't do that if you falling throughout the week and you staying down. That's these dicks that come out here and talk to us. They be like, man, you know what? I gotta applaud you brothers. Cause I just fall and I just stay down, man. I don't see how y'all do it. I can't, yeah, you don't have the audacity to do this. The most of the world, that's why you don't see majority of the world hitting the highways and byways. They know they should be out here giving people a message, but everybody keep their shit to themselves because everybody know that how they really own it. They not really own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a testament that we really fighting for life. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be. That's why no hypocrites is allowed in this, man. And that's a part of the council, aka that gold, or the benefits that gold you will receive from buying into that gold. Those men, you know, with that crazy doctrine. You know, that was what? Very low in shares and stock at that time. But how all stocks and shares work. It's a crazy idea. Over time, it's only going to bite you in your ass if you don't continue buying into it. All right? See, remember, hey, if a brother want to get that, Proverbs 11:4. Now, yeah, we stop on that one.
This is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 4. It says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death.
So yeah, it's about doing things the right way. On point is what? Read that one time, the beginning part.
Con. Riches profit not in the day of wrath.
Yeah. Matter of fact, you got if the brother can go to Isaiah 13. You get a better one. Isaiah 13. So take it from the top, not from the top. Actually, Isaiah 3. That's what it is. Isaiah 3. Yeah, kind of 20. Yeah. Start at 19. Yeah, come on.
Isaiah 3, verse 19.
Huh?
The chains and the bracelets.
Where you at? Isaiah 3 and 19. Chapter 2.
Isaiah 2, verse 19. And they shall go into the holes of the rocks, and into the caves of the earth, for the fear of the Lord, and for the glory of his majesty, when he ariseth to shake terribly the earth. And that
The Lord's gonna finally stand up. He's gonna stand up for righteousness. According to our word of rising. That's good news. Come on.
that day a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold.
Because you gotta think, people hear that like that's bad. Like, nah, that's good. That's the best thing that can happen. Because the results of him rising up and shaking terribly the earth, it's gonna be a brand new earth. And he was put in their place, Israel put back in their right mind, and everything being perfect, the best life you could never imagine. You know? So when they say the Lord's gonna arise, that's what really should have moved you in your head, man. At some point, go ahead.
Cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold.
Yeah, kind of, start talking.
Isaiah 2 and 20. In that day a man shall cast his idols of silver and his idols of gold.
See, in that day, a man shall what?
Shall cast his idols of silver and gold.
You see, physical gold is going to depreciate, man. So that gold that he's telling you to buy in is not physical gold, man. See? It's literally us, man. Lord's telling you to buy into us. Buy into what these men that's been tried in the furnace, man. In the fire. You got it?
This is on 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 7. It says that the trial of your faith being much more precious than of gold that perishes.
Yeah, and when it's going to perish, in the day when the Lord arrives, man. Because you just look, that's that fire. If somebody want to get that in Hebrews 10 and 29, you know, that's that fire. How? Because the Lord is he's compared to a fire, man. A consuming fire, by the way. Whoever got it.
Hebrews 10 and 29. Of how much sore punishment?
31.
31. Hebrews 10 and 31. It is a fearful thing to fall.
Chapter 12. 12 and 29, I would say.
Hebrews chapter 12, verse 29. That's the last verse.
Yeah, go ahead.
Our God is a consuming fire.
So there it is, man. Tried in the fire. When the Lord arrives, we ultimately gonna be tried then. That's gonna prove who really golden. Whatever still stands. Who's gonna stand? You see? Those remember the Lord. The ones he said shall not be confounded, world without end. You know what I'm saying? Period, man. Period. Because really in the spirit, we're going through the fire now, man. We're going through the fire of Yahweh right now, man. You know? It's going to physically manifest for those that didn't want to go through it or didn't go through it now. You see what I'm saying? The Lord going to prove you ain't really golden. And he going to do. And what's going to melt? You people and all the things that you made.
Exactly.
You see? You got it, bro.
This 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 7, it says that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth through, though it be tried with fire,
See?
might be found into praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahweh Shah amongst y'all.
Yeah. So the gold is not talking about actual gold. That's going to perish in the day that Yahweh will rise up, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going to go back to the earth. Lord going to renew everything anyway. And the men that he's going to save is going to what? Be in the sky. You see what I'm saying? Literally, that's how you know he's going through the fire now. Because the physical fire is when it's down here. See? We going through it now. This is facts.
Exactly.
Just because we in the word. Matter of fact, give me Jeremiah 23 and 20 and 23. Or give me 23 and 29. Give me Jeremiah 5 and 14. Bring it up.
Jeremiah 23, verse 29. Is not my word like as a fire?
See? We're going through it now. We ain't going to have to go through it then. You know what I'm saying? Literally, because look, if the fire going to be down here, but you got also men being saved to not be in the fire, how would that be? They had already went through it, man. They already been proven golden. This it now.
And then when everybody else, go through their physical fire,
They go fucking build.
then they'll be good for the kingdom. After they get burned fire.
And that's the good news to it, because you got niggas out here teaching that Jake done. You know what I'm saying? If you die now, you ain't ever coming back. Niggas who bow, those you can't rebuke these mothers enough, man. One body won't stop.
Yeah, they keep
won't
going.
stop.
They keep going,
They
right?
just keep going. HOI know they what the hell off I heard, you know? It's mad. It's pure madness. You see? Look, they can't stand through the fire. They melting. When it's time to go through the doctrine, you can't look it. Withering. You know? They ain't even there no more.
If I can add, it makes sense to the scripture say you got to be fervent in spirit. And then fervent goes into hot. So you automatically like translating things.
Fire can't burn fire.
That's what I'm saying. The levy back that if you survive through the initial fire, there ain't no fire that's
And that's
gonna burn you up. You gotta
no, that's why you still standing. Because like the brother said, the fire is in you. You're compatible with it, man. Fire don't burn fire, man. If a brother want to get that, get huh? Nah, that's another scripture. But nah, get exact one. Get 20 and 23, Jeremiah. Go ahead. And then we'll bring that we might bring that 5 and 14. 23 and 20. Yeah, that's it. 23 and 20.
I got one too.
You got it. Got it? 23 and jump to chapter 20, Bible chapter. Go back to 23 slide. Oh, I'm tripping. Go back to 20. It's in 20.
Jeremiah 20, verse 9. Then I said that I would not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name.
Meaning what? Going to the word, right? Bring the word out, right?
But his word was in my heart as a burning fire.
As a what?
As a burning fire.
Jeremiah said the word was in him, man. You see? So that's why us going through the fire, we able to still stand, because fire don't burn fire, man. Why? Ooh. Go to Daniel. Go to the book of Daniel. Yeah. Go to what's that? Second, third chapter. Yep. Go ahead and finish, brother.
In my heart as a burning fire, shut up in my bones. Man, I was weary with forbearing, and I could not stay.
He basically, Jeremiah was trying to change who he was, man. You know what I'm saying? You trying to not be on fire. You know?
What you on fire?
You are fire, man. You know? That's why the word don't affect you, but it affect everybody else. You on fire. If you take your lighter, flick it, light it, put the fire together, what are they gonna do?
Gonna get bigger.
Nothing. Ain't gonna affect each other. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna hurt. Is my fire gonna hurt your fire? Come on, man. It's all fire, man. You see? And then eventually, like the verse said, it get bigger. You got something, brother?
Yeah. This is Obadiah 1:18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame.
See?
That's pretty much it. You know, and Jeremiah's backing it up to this, so you gotta,
Still on fire.
you gotta live. Somebody gotta be on fire, you know?
There's men walking around literally on fire and you would be able to see it if they're not affected by this word. You see what I'm saying? You're not standing up anymore when certain scriptures come out, certain breakdowns, you see? And so I ain't standing up anymore when that Romans 11 came out. You know what I'm saying? When a woman get told she gotta put a dress on, do she fold? Well, if she folds, she don't got fire in her, man. You see what I'm saying? No. Well, no, why? The fire was in you, man. It was real low. You see that? Matter of fact, get that in Bible shop. Get damn, I want to say it's Proverbs 19:27. And if that ain't it, it's 20 and 27. No, there it is. Drop 20 and 27. 20 and 27 and 20. One of them. Go ahead, you got it.
Proverbs chapter 20, verse 27 says, the spirit of man is the candle of the Lord.
There it is, man. These facts. These are biblical facts. So you got men walking around literally on fire, and you can tell simply off who ain't folding to the word. If I put my lighter to yours, they both lit it. It shouldn't. You know, you truly got. You should just stay. Right? You know, they ain't gonna hurt, man. I'm like, okay. You know? It's gonna just make you more of the fire you already are. So point being, right? You got something?
I'm on the Daniel.
Bring it out, you got it. Prove it.
It's Daniel chapter 3 and verse 19. It says, then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
They would bow the knee.
Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 17 times more
See?
than it was won't be heated.
Going back to what? Because we're in the spiritual furnace now. That you know, Daniel and them was in, man. You see what I'm saying? Nebuchadnezzar, man. You know? Ooh. You know? But nonetheless, you can read.
This is Daniel chapter 3 and verse 19. It says, then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Yeah, because they wouldn't bow the knee. Now, bowing the knee is simply the word was brought out, which is fire, and you fold to it or not. but not bowing the knee, right, which will result in simply you bowing the knee or not. You know what I'm saying? Like how the Lord say, every knee shall bow. You see? Every knee gonna have to deal, everybody gonna have to deal with this word, accept this word, stand for this word or not, fold to the word or not. You see what I'm saying? So the word was there, and like, nah, we can't do this. The Lord say, nah, you can't do that. You can't do that. You have to worship idols. Did Daniel unfold to it? No. Why? Because they were fire. If they fold to that fire, aka that word, that commandment, like, oh Lord, but the heathen, but I like the idols and stuff like that. And Daniel unfold to that fire, because that's what that's likened unto. You can't do that. Don't do that. You know? Because you tell somebody they can't, what's the first thing they feel? Their emotion with it. You know what I'm saying? Sit your ass down. You know what I'm saying?
Those brothers in Maccabees, brothers in Maccabees, they definitely
Once again,
you know what I'm saying? It was in a crazy situation, and they didn't fold, even though they was getting their body dismembered and burned, and et cetera, they just stayed cool. They were quiet, it was cool at the same time. Like,
and what's the folding? The folding is, once again, are you offended at the word or not, man? Are you going to respect the word or not? Are you going to bow to when the word come out? Does it make you, I can't get with that? No. And the Lord said, no idol worship. They said, all right. The fire came out. They was made fire, and they stood toes. They stood 10 toes. Because fire don't burn fire, man. Right. And the Lord will go on and physically show them, you see, I put you through the fire. Now I'm going to show you, you already came out of it. Fire can't hurt you. Why? Because you on fire. The fire is in you, Daniel, etc. Go ahead.
This is Daniel chapter 3, verse 19 continue.
And if you notice, it's a very high level gospel coming out right now. You see what I'm saying? I didn't even think it was going to go through by the Spirit.
It says, therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 1/7 times more.
It's not even saying high level, it's saying exhorting. It's a very exhorting level of the, it's a very exhorting amount of the gospel, you know, coming out, of good news coming out. If you're not folded to this word, that means you ain't going through that fire, man. Period. If you standing 10 toes down to the word right now, you know what I'm saying? You're able to come out clean out of this. You see what I'm saying? What needs is the Lord? That's why the elect in them won't be down here for the physical fire. They will have already went through it. So if you stand the test of time now, you see, of the fire, that's almost, man, your hope should increase that you probably are that number, man. Right there. Unless you just give out last minute and start bucking up the docks on them. Well, what if this mean this? And you know what I'm saying? But if you ain't doing that now, hey, that's why the Lord said, hold that fast which thou hast, man. You ain't fold, you better keep not folding. You better, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no problem with it, you better keep not having no problem with it. Because you coming out of that fire. You see? You ain't got to get put through the physical. You see? Which one's stronger, flesh or the spirit? You see? So you went through a more tougher furnace anyway. You got it, brother.
Daniel chapter 3, verse 19 continues. It says, it commanded that they should heat the furnace 1/7 times more than it was wont to be heated.
See? Like that, not knowing that these men already went through a fire. They learned the word, man. They had to put off their emotions. That's what Daniel told him. He said, I ain't bound to need any goddamn way. You know, he said, we got a God that'll deliver us, but if not, I'm not bound to need either way. You know? Go ahead, bro. Paraphrase. Come on.
This verse 20, it says, and he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
More physical fire, right? Mighty men, big swole,
Right.
G.I. Joe, so-called swole.
Pick you up.
Here it is, we've been meditating on angels that's like taller than the Avatar things they show you in that movie. You know what I'm saying? How we've been meditating on how tall Yahushua is and how terrible.
Exactly. Terrible countenance of the angels.
Little ones that had dreams on how big Yahweh is. You see a nigga that's in the army, a meathead, Edomite. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was supposed to move. The shit's supposed to move us.
Even if I can, there was a dream that a brother had.
Oh, burn us. Burn us. You got it.
And there was a dream that this one brother had. He said he tapped somebody in the chest and they flew across the road. So if we meditate on stuff like that, you bench pressing 500 pounds, ain't gonna phase us if we can tap you in the chest and you fly across the room. That's what we meditate on.
Like, because these are things we can't see physically, but we can see it here in comparison to the things that Esau got. Like Esau actually,
You know
what I'm saying? So really, us sitting getting through those thoughts like, nah, this more, you know what I'm saying? That something the brother just said, you know what I'm saying? Hey, when you actually go up against those things, it's nothing. And it's gonna manifest. Like nothing. You're gonna just slap a nigga, like you said, you're gonna just, you know? Because you fired. Go ahead, bro.
This is Daniel chapter 3, in verse 20, it says, and he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Major pain, you know?
And to cast them into the burning fiery furnace.
Ooh, you know what that reminds me of? The movie Unthinkable. Samuel L. Jackson. Brothers ever seen that? Gotta watch that movie. They basically put the dude, he's an Ishmaelite, he got delivered up. And basically, he's about to commit suicide, die in the name of Allah and all that shit. With a bomb on him in the middle of the mall, they got him. Planted bombs and shit. But nonetheless, he got delivered up. And he was going to be tortured by the top, pretty much a mighty man, which is who Samuel L. played in that movie. You know what I'm saying? He's trying his hardest to get him to break. But see, you know those damn so-called Muslims, they already they go through shit like that already. They already been put through furnaces. So really, he represented us. You know what I'm saying? This nigga got his finger cut off. If you ain't seen it, I'll just let you see it. You know? It's a classic. Really, damn near, it's up there. Nigga, he was like, this nigga Samuel was so crazy in the movie, the commanders was whooping his ass because he was going so far. The movie called Unthinkable, you know? Go ahead, bro. You made me want to tell y'all, bro. You ain't seen it, it's better to watch. You got it.
This verse 21, it says, then these men were bound in their coats, their hosen, and their hats, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace.
The mist. He like put them dead in the deepest part. Really, they went to the abyss. Daniel and them went to the abyss. You know what I'm saying? But no man comes out of, you know? The depths of destruction, if you will. The depths of hell.
Verse 22, it says, therefore, because of the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
So the fire was so hot, it actually slew the men. Yeah, that, you know what I'm saying? Only knew about physical fire. They thought, you know what I'm saying? They really believed that shit was hot. And in reality, this the hottest thing, man. You know what I'm saying? You open this book, you got a book that don't change no matter how you feel. You can fall out the truth tomorrow and then still say niggas gonna die. You know what I'm saying? I hate, it still say it don't change. This is straight fire. Edomites that came up here and cried, man, on camera. And guess what? The word stayed the same, man. It's a fire. If you put your hand in the flesh, does the fire fold for you? No. It's just gonna consume the flesh. Stay focused. It's just gonna consume the flesh, man. The fire give a goddamn. No, that's why I say the Lord. They said basically the Lord is a consuming fire. Thus showing you that fire consumes. So our Lord compares himself to fire. They don't give a fuck, man. Nothing changes. That's hot, man. You know? Look, once you melt the shit, like they say they throw you in there at the furnace 7,000 degrees. Once you melt it and disintegrate it, guess what? That shit still 7,000. It don't change. You see? So it slew those men that thought that was the hottest shit ever, right? Supposedly. Go ahead.
This is verse 23. It says,
but notice Daniel and them not dead yet. Go ahead.
And these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace.
They fell in the fire, like with no footing, falling like a cat, none of that, man. On all 4 legs, none of that, 4 feet good.
Verse 24, it says, Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished,
See?
and rose up in haste, and spake, and said unto his counselors,
Because he peeped something, watch this.
Did not we cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire?
Yep.
They answered and said unto the king, True.
Why I don't hear screaming? Why I don't hear forgive me? Why I don't hear I'll worship? Why I don't hear niggas selling out? Basically, come on. Because you're supposed to hear Because how he really know? You think if the fire was so hot and his men that threw Daniel and them in it, they pretty much spontaneously combusted just off of that. You see what I'm saying? Just off being around it. You think he took his ass up there and looked in it? No. You gotta be realistic. He like, well, I don't hear nobody shouting the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Carnal ass nigga. She got, what's more dangerous? Fire you can see or fire you can't see? If I see the fire, if I see my house on fire, I can get out. If I'm asleep, I can't get my house on fire, I'm dead. So which one more, you know, the fire you can't see or the fire you can, man? Go ahead, bro.
This is Daniel chapter 3 and verse 25.
Woo, that's the howl, man. That's why you don't forsake the Lord, man. Which one more dangerous? The fire you can see or the fire you can't see? Which one has a better chance of killing you? You chilling watching, you chilling, you know, you in the bath, taking a bath or some shit, and your fucking living room just caught on fire. And it's just going from that, and that's the only way out is that door. And then, yeah, and the fucking fire only coming this way. And you're like, man, it's getting hot. You open the door and it's just flames everywhere. Nigga dead, man. Versus, I'm in the kitchen, a piece of paper fall into the stove, and that shit catch fire. And then it turns to a big fire. Which one is, you know what I'm saying, more dangerous? That other fire I just mentioned or this one? I can put this one out. I can escape. You see what I'm saying? I can see, because this, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro. Man, that's a howl, man, versus this shit we going through. Come on.
Daniel chapter 3 and verse 25. He answered and said, Lo.
What man can do this? Come on.
He answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose. Woo!
Come on.
Walking in the midst of the fire.
Yeah.
And they have no hurt.
Man, then you know the Lord put the Spirit on them that was just a testament just to show these people, once again, which fire is more potent, man. And that they already been on fire. You know what I'm saying? Been through fire. They actually are fire. You see what I'm saying? Because how the fuck, I say that because how did Nebuchadnezzar see them? You see? People that, you know, he allowed Nebuchadnezzar to actually see these men through that fire that was hot enough to kill his men that threw them in it. You know? God, you know, it was all for a supernatural purpose of, you know, the men that will be reading this now that was actually born flaming fire, man. You know? You just in the vessel. You know? And we know this true. Because when the spirit leave the body get cold, man. You know? Go ahead, bro.
Verse 25, and he answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt. Woo! And the form of the fourth is like the Son of God.
There's an angel in there, man. You will, you know what I'm saying? Yahweh shot, man. That saves you, man. You know? Because it's spiritual too, because the same one is going to come and deliver us from the same physical fire. That's basically, this bitch going to turn into a furnace. Each of the kings again. The only ones who's going to make it out is the ones that don't bow that knee, aka those men that always had that fire in them, man. You see? So you wouldn't have any need to actually go through the fire, man. The fire is right now. That's why the elect will be beamed up out of those flames. You see? That's why I'm saying if somebody want to go to Psalms the 91st chapter real quick. So this is good news. You're really going about in here. I don't twist that. That's the spirit, see? That's why Satan tries to get people to distract us. You know what I'm saying? The more you tap into the faith and get more understanding of, you know what I'm saying, what this is talking about, you know, it has more of a chance of manifesting. So you gotta stay in on these mouths. Just don't take this shit for now. Oh, let me say this too. You men, you women, you children, you women that got men in the Lord that's in the truth. You know what I'm saying? You brothers that be bullshit, you got men that talk to you or whatever, you to teach you. You sitting around not taking these men's words serious. Hey, the Lord gonna get your ass, man. You know? The brother was just talking about that. The Passover is not redone every year for no reason. Now, what's the main point of the Passover? What's one of the main things we got to do in the Passover? Eat in haste. Now, what do we eat? We eat these words, man. You're supposed to be trying to get this word in you as quick as possible, while you can. Because once the shit hit the fan, ain't no more eating, man. Why do you think he told our people to eat? Because he know the flesh. We finna go on a walk. You might pass out and die, so you need to eat. And eat that shit quick. You see what I'm saying? While there's time. You know? You're gonna have to swallow things you probably ain't necessarily ready to swallow. That's the meat. You probably gonna have to suffer things that might be bitter. That's the herb, man. You know? You need things you just need to hear. That's easier, quicker, and convenient, and more healthier. That's the bread, man. You know? So you men, you women, you sitting around, the word come out, you ain't listening, you taking it for naught, when these are literally the words, you know what I'm saying? Imagine what this was, think about what's just been revealed. You're not gonna have to go through the men, those people, those men, women, and children that's beamed up away from that fire. You gotta think. By fire. They would have already gone through it. What's the benefit of hearing this? That boosts your faith in you standing this, because you done seen, yo, I'm probably of this number. Because if I'm standing the test of time through this, you see what I'm saying? Because really, that's what you live in. You live in this. Like, yeah, the furnace is actually the shit we dealing with, and Esau, the shit he doing. But really, only thing that's happening is what? These pages, man. This word. It's not my word of fire. Some people don't believe it, so he go like, all right. You try to tell a nigga that, he's like, bro, you talking about fire. You know what I'm saying? See, that nigga carnal, he gotta see the physical fire. Now he'll be put through that one. You think his ass gonna make it out, flesh and bones? Come on, man. So this is mercy, man. This is mercy. Try putting your hand to a fire. What's your chances, man? The Lord having mercy on us. He's not even putting us through a physical fire, man. But a much more potent and deadlier one, man. You see what I'm saying? And the reality of the matter, merciful. See? That's the, if you will, to a nigga in the world, the sick joke of it all. He said, in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor I have mercy on thee. So the slave trade was a favor, man. Thank the Lord, like, yeah, thank me later. The slave trade was a favor, man. That was mercy. Think about what Esau and these people finna get, man. You want this shit now? You want to discontinue from your heritage intentionally just to be with this shit? Niggas dyeing their skin, their hair and shit. Because they can't see the mercy and the wrath. You see what I'm saying? And the fire. The benefits of fire. That's a lesson, you know? The impurities being gotten out, man. So you men, women, and children sitting around taking this word for naught. Hey, when that time comes, the Lord gonna, hey, you can go probably get your ass put through this shit, man. Through the physical fire. You know? Like moms out here wasting their goddamn breath, man. And the Lord give you utterance. So really that's why he said, he that hears do, hears me, man. You better take heed, man. Y'all better take heed. Did you finish, brother? Get the one I just called by the Spirit. Yeah, bring it out. 91 and I just gotta say about it. 91 and started only with thine eyes. I would say 6 or 7. Yeah, probably started. Let's see. Let's see. Oh man, it's not at 4. You got it? Yeah. Psalm 91. You got the charger? I don't think I brought it. I got it.
In Psalm 91, verse 4, he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust.
And that's dealing with what? The ships. Why do you need to be covered with ships and feathers? You see what I'm saying? Why do you need to be put on ships? The fucking nukes you keep trying to tell y'all about, man. That's gonna bring that fire. That lake of, that's people don't know. People know about the lake of fire, but they don't know how it's gonna become a lake of fire. It's the nukes. Period. You see all these bombs and missiles being made? We got it right, man. And that's gonna create that furnace, man, for niggas that didn't wanna, you know. Everybody going through the fire. The Lord gonna be like, I'm gonna show everybody who's gold and who ain't, man. The Lord looking to buy gold. You see? Before you buy your gold, you gotta what? Put it through fire. And that's gonna show the Lord don't want none of you niggas. They ain't gonna buy none of you people, because you ain't coming out of this shit, man. You got it, brother.
It's James chapter 1 and verse 2. It says, my brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations. It says, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. You know? So we experiencing it now, man. We taking on that fire right now.
We in the furnace.
We in the furnace. And it says, I'm gonna just read it one more time. It says, my brethren, count it all joy. It said, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations. So ultimately, we just count this joy, man. We count everything that we're going through all joy because we understand that it equates to us, you know, being likened into a fire and being able to sustain that fire. And it does actually ultimately being taken out of the fire.
Yep.
And that's it.
And it's simple, man. This is real simple. We're not gonna make it deep. We're not gonna make it all high. You know what I'm saying? The simple things, you know, people don't. Furnace, they went through, all that stuff was just foreshadow for us. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't even, you know, this deep for nothing. It's burning like matter of fact, like if you go to Romans 1, like we probably ain't gonna get it, but I'll just quote it. I would say men burning after one another. You see what I'm saying? Because they pretty much their flesh. So if you're denying your flesh, that's like you basically burning, man. You know, I think Paul talked about that in the 7th chapter. Yeah, better. Matter of fact, get that real quick. Bible shop. You see, you denying your flesh. We've been put in a word that tell us to deny certain things right now. That's a fucking fire, man. There's certain things you can't do, man. You like, man, I wanna. You can't do it though. Keeping the Shabbat, you know what I'm saying? You wanna do this, like, yeah, you know. This flesh doing that, I'll say. You got it. If it does, go ahead.
1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 9, it says, but if they cannot contain, let them marry.
You see?
For,
Go ahead.
for it is better to marry than to burn.
Yep. Well, really, jump up a little bit, let me see. Just get that word for burn real quick, bump it up. And then we're going to, who's reading? Was you reading something? Yeah, you got that. We're going to close what you got.
I still got the rest of the thing argument about it.
Yeah, we cool on that.
Word for burn? There's a definition for burn. It says, of a fire.
That's Greek?
No, it's like this Google definition.
Talking Greek. Yeah.
What's the truth?
1 Corinthians 7 and 9.
Don't think about it. Don't it feel like we're in a fire right now? You know what I'm saying? We like away from stuff and we suffering. You know what I'm saying? These people not in no fire. They all in what they want to do. You know, I feel like I'm on fire, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to go, you know what I'm saying? I want to live like a king. I can't do that right now. That's a fucking, and then that's what makes it harder because you know you're a king. You know you're a priest. You know what I'm saying? You suffering that.
Exactly. You gotta wait to do something. No, it gotta happen. You know what I'm saying?
God can't wait. This word for burn in Strong's G4448. It's pure. It's a set on fire, kindled, to be on fire. It says to be was incensed, indignant. It says make to glow, full of fire.
Incandescent.
It says fiery, ignited. It says of darts filled with inflammable substances and set on fire.
Yeah, that's temptation. You see? Give me that in Romans real quick. I want to say Ephesians 6, up to the top, the fiery darts of Satan. See that? That's what it's talking about. So when you're avoiding the temptations of Satan, you know, that's a fire. That's why I said the fiery darts of Satan. Satan's trying to shoot fire at you. You know, really, we ain't nothing but temptation, right? It starts all over the goddamn place. So it's gonna create a big fire, and we standing here doing what? Withstanding it. You see? Because we got the gold necklace that's getting ready to come out. I gotta go through it. Like, please take me out. You know what I'm saying? The Lord take you out, now you shining. But the gold got to do what? While it's amongst those elements, withstand it. You see? Go ahead.
Ephesians chapter 6, verse 16, it says, above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
See? Come on. Yeah, that's all with deceptions, etc., man. So you gotta basically withstand those things. Like what? Gold withstands fire, man. See? You got it, man.
Titus 2, verse 12. Teaching us that denying ungodliness and worldly lust, we should live soberly, righteously, and godly in this present world.
That's burning. You know? That's burning, man. You know? Like, we burning for a woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, Usher got a song called Let It Burn, man. The whole song about denying himself. Denying some shit. And do that, it's a burn.
It's 1 Peter 4:1. It says, "For as much then as Hamashiach has suffered for us in the flesh," it says, "arm yourselves likewise with the same mind." It says, "For he had suffered in the flesh, for he that had suffered in the flesh had ceased from sin." So, again, bringing that suffering, that fire, right? The sin, it's another form of impurity. So the people who are suffering have put away sin, suffering in the flesh. That's going to lead to, a purified form of rose spirit.
Which is only possible through, you know what I'm saying, the fire, man. AKA, stand in sin. AKA the fire. Because the fire really is the sin. Basically, we tried to immerse them in sin and someone worships the idol. If they didn't want to do it, you're like, well, I'm going to physically make you worship.
Exactly.
Be immersed in this sin.
Reverse.
You got it, brother, talk about. We close out. You got something, Mark?
Yeah, I got something real quick.
Okay.
It's Matthew chapter 6 and 13. It says, "And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil." So it just pop up a scripture that says, "Give us this bread, give us our daily bread." So we want to stay in this word because that's what's going to pretty much lead us out of the way of the evils. It's going to keep us away from the temptations.
You want to stay in this fire.
Through the guidance, We stand inside the fire, staying on topic, but lead us not into that temptation. That temptation again is that sin. We're trying to be delivered from the evil.
Yeah, the way to do it is to what? Go through it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go through it. You want it to come out golden, you gotta go through the fire, man. And you gotta what? Withstand it. You can't fold to it. When the word come out, they say don't do this, but you do it anyway, you fold it. You fold it to the fire. You see what I'm saying? Now, let's go ahead and finish the close out. So ultimately, and the reason you want to do it now, because if you do it now, the fire was your brother bringing out. Go ahead, brother.
Psalms 91 verse 4. He shall cover thee with his feathers.
Cover us with what, Lord? Well, he's informed us on. The nukes he gonna say, come on.
And under his wings shalt thou trust.
Go ahead.
And his trust shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for flieth by day.
For the what?
For the arrow that flieth by day.
Man, go ahead. Times can be crazy, but ultimately, that arrow, man.
Fiery arrows.
That's the end all be all. Our ancestors thought they was arrows because that's all they knew at the time. Technology hadn't gotten that far. So arrow flying. Well, how you can see an arrow that far? Remember an arrow?
It's like a stick.
Yeah. So imagine how it looked up there. You couldn't see it. So that means he's seeing a big ass thing that he can only compare to an arrow. So he's seeing literal big ass missiles. Go ahead, bro.
And it makes sense too, if I could, like, when they shoot the arrows, if you ever see, like, they usually shoot a lot of them. They shoot arrows all at once, so it's,
Yeah, they show you that on the movie 300.
you get a better chance of hitting something. So it's the same when those nukes coming in. It's gonna be all types of nukes. They gonna be one. You know what I'm saying?
And then that nuke's gonna do what? They're gonna cause some fire. You ready? Hey, this is a testament. You know what I'm saying? That we might not have to go through, That's it. Lord willing, man. We ain't folding to the fire. We definitely in the fire. This is the fire now. Don't you get heat for this? Pages get flagged. Relationships get lost. This word burns shit. It burn homes down, man. It burn jobs, opportunities, dreams. Because you got in the fire. Burnt off everything that came with you. That was false. You know? But you stayed because you fired. You know? Go ahead, bro.
Psalm 91, verse 6. Go for the pestilence that's walking in darkness. Go for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
And that's that doomsday. The doomsday. Okay? 12 o'clock, you know?
1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand. But it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked.
You see? That's that, man. We're gonna look down and see the fire. Why they ain't going through it? I thought they gotta go through a furnace of adversity. They already had one through it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's a testament. Be those men. You know what I'm saying? And don't fold. Keep withstanding. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, once you're on the ship, that's it. Prepare for forever. You know what I'm saying?
That's for eternity.
Alright, who else got something? Alright, you got something?
Right, yeah.
Let's see what you got, go ahead.
Yeah, because you say right now, the people don't, because you're going through it now. Luke 6:22. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil for the Son's name's sake. And when that happens, that's that fire that's burning everything off. And when that's happening, then it says this, it says, the next verse, rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy, for behold, your reward, for behold, your reward is great in heaven.
Woo! Look. Oh, it's you sitting in the sky on this shit. Heaven means sky. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have your own shit. Hey. That's heaven. Hey, you got anything else? Right there. That we're gonna close out about how to praise and glory to the Heavenly Father, the name of His Son.
Shalom, shalom,
Baba
shalom.
Ball.
Baba Ball.
He said, great is your reward in heaven.